that you measure people by their character, by who they are, their integrity, their what's going on here, not by their publications. That does not matter. And it's going to be really hard for you to figure that out. It's going to be impossible for you to figure it out. And it's probably going to take you years by the time you sort of reflect on what I'm saying. Don't measure people by their publications or their success, or else you're going to repeatedly go through these problems over and over and over again. The second thing that's going to be important for you to deal with academic toxicity is to focus on building your cocoon. Go and create the bubble, and then work within that bubble so you can survive and thrive and do a really good job, and ignore the world around you. You have to have this cocoon where you're just ignoring other people. If you're constantly comparing against other people and saying, well, why are they doing that? Or, they did this to me. Your focus is too much on them and not enough on you, and focusing on the cocoon that you're in, and focusing on that little tiny area that you love to play around in. Now, the third thing, and I think this is related to all of these things, is just, don't trust people. You'd be surprised that the level of trust that you might build because of the ideas that you have, and you think that they're great ideas, and you might become enamored with them. This is very normal. A lot of graduate students, myself, get enamored with people from the things that they actually write, and so those ideas are really sticky. But you have to realize that those people that write those ideas, they're not the ideas that they actually create. There's a difference there. There's fundamental differences there. And if you don't understand that, you might get actually run over by that individual, because they might not be as nice as what you think they are. And so you have to protect yourself and make sure that you're really guarded on that. I know this seems like, oh man, he's being like a total jerk, but trust me, you have to not trust people. And it takes a lot of time to develop those relationships before you jump into it. So what do? You get insight from other people that you currently do trust, and also build those relationships slowly. It takes a lot of time. Have your guard up. I know that seems really not fun to say. As a person that has dealt with stuff, keep your guard up. I think this is going to be very important for you in terms of you dealing with these things. You do not have to, and I think this is a fourth thing that you got to remind yourself, you don't have to play the game. You don't have to be in that mindset where you're always competing against other people, or you have to knock people down to get those resources. You can create, this is kind of wishy-washy and all those kind of things, but you can create an abundance mindset where the world has a lot of resources, and you just simply have to create those resources and create the things around you. But you have to work at it and know that there's an abundant amount of resources that are available. There truly is, but we focus on the immediate. We focus on the things that we're limited at this time. And so go out and create things. Do things that are innovative. Do things that that can create these resources. But people are going to knock you down for doing it. Just expect it. It's a very conservative environment that way. But you just keep in your cocoon and go forward with it. You just have to keep doing that repeatedly. The last thing, the fifth thing, and this has taken a lot of me to deal with this. I still got stuck because I'm naturally an empath. I naturally think about other people. That's my default. But you need to stop worrying about the people that you're interacting with and start loving yourself a lot more than those other people. I know that seems very selfish, and a lot of you might naturally gravitate towards that anyways, but those people that are watching this, if you're watching this at this moment, you're probably not that person. You're probably the person that's actually being very toxic. Because you are, you're churning through resources and other people don't understand that, and they can't figure it out. So those people will never watch this video. They just will not self-reflect on that. But it's you that's like, man, why is everybody sort of beating up on me? Well, that's because you're worrying too much about them, and you need to just simply worry about yourself. Get in that cocoon, be a good person, and kindness is going to win in the long run. I guarantee it. You just have to keep doing it time in, a day out, and just be that kind, good, decent person. And if they get ahead, you know what? People are going to get ahead. So what? Right? What does that mean? What does getting ahead mean? Maybe they become prestigious, eminent, whatever. Screw it. Like, that doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that you're doing good things, that you're happy, and that you are trying to be a wonderful person.